It's Luke and Naomi.
Welcome back. It's episode 124 of Luke and Naomi on Air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock reviews. I'm Luke Austin. That's Naomi Lynn.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to 124. Django Unchained is the movie we have coming up. Now, quickly, if you're just joining us for the first time, I'm Luke Austin again, and I've seen a lot of movies. Naomi Lynn is working on it. She is absolutely getting there because next episode will be our 100th review episode. But more on that coming up in just a little bit. So if you've seen Django Unchained, relive your first watch through Naomi's eyes. If you've never seen it either, should you check it out?
I'll let you know.
We are going to let you know. I'm excited to see what Naomi thinks about, Tarantino's take on a crazy, crazy Western. That is coming up in just a little bit. And don't forget, Thanksgiving this week, if you're listening, right away as soon as we publish.
Yeah,
anyway.
if you're one of the few that is like, hey, a new episode dropped, and you listen to it right then and there, then hey, it's Thanksgiving week. If you're a little bit late, hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving.
That's right. So Thanksgiving week, we got the folks coming into town. Lots of stuff going on this week. Shout out to For Metal, because I'm sure we will be stumbling in and out of there.
They'll
Black
see
Friday.
us.
Yeah, their Black Friday celebration every year with the celebration of black beers, stouts, and things like that, which is just crazy. But it's fun for me because it keeps everybody away from the IPA section, and that's where I'm just going to be hovering.
There you go.
Freeze all of those up for me. How about that? And the folks coming into town, that is going to prevent us from, dropping a new episode, episode 125, absolutely next week. But the following week, what is that, like the first week in December or something like that?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I think it's getting towards the second week. Thanksgiving's late this year.
That's right, it is.
Yeah.
So either way, we will be back, I guess the second Monday of December.
Yeah, because December 1st is a Monday.
I have not looked at a calendar, but that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be back with that. And that's episode 125, which I alluded to a little bit ago. That is our 100th movie review episode.
Yeah.
Because we've done about 100. I think we've done maybe 1.5 more or something like that.
Yeah, we had two episodes, I think, where we had 2 reviews.
Wow, look at us. Scaled that back.
I know.
2. You want to try to do 2 again in an episode?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't think so at all. So 125, no idea what the hell we watched for 125. For our
Whatever I'm feeling.
For our 100th episode, I think we did The Godfather. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of big ones out there that we haven't touched yet. So maybe we'll see do we stick with the mobster theme for, episodes, because we've got Casino you haven't watched, which keeps popping up on all the streamings that we have. Like, hey, watch this. And it's like, So I'm dying to show you that one. We'll see. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. And as we alluded to again, December, which means that at the end of December, we're doing our Not So Polar Plunge once again. And we want you to join us. If you are in Wilmington, check us out. We'll be at Fort Fisher Beach, noon on New Year's Day. And if you're not, you can live stream it. But either way, we are raising money for an awesome cause, the Caribbean Surf Connection. And you can check out all of those details on our Facebook and website. I couldn't come up with website. Thank you so much.
I saw you struggling there.
Yeah, I'm going, what? So, stroke or whatever it is.
LukeandNaomi.com.
Check out
That's where you'll find all the details you need.
That's right. Looking forward to, I don't know. I'm looking forward to having to go back in because, again, if we hit that milestone, I have to go back in.
Yeah. If we raise $500, Luke has to go back in the water. I mean, goes in with everybody, goes underwater, and as we all come out, he's got to go back in.
Back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
So that means we've got to hit the milestone by noon on New Year's Day. So let's see if we can't do that. The lines are open right now. Again,
that's right.
LukeandNaomi.com.
Venmo is open.
That's right. So there you go. That's what's going on in this neck of the woods. And now let's get to your random facts, your recurrent dose of Did You Know? What do I got here? Some interesting ones. Did you know Louis Vuitton started out as a trunk maker in France 170 years ago?
Okay.
Like the big...
That's what I kind of assumed. Yeah, big trunk. Yeah.
Imagine having hold of one of those after 170 years, what somebody would probably pay for that, even if it's falling apart.
Oh, millions of dollars.
I'm sure. People love stuff like that. Did you know North Korea bought 1,000 Volvos from Sweden way back in 1974 and still hasn't paid for them? That's not a surprise. But the total amount they owe with interest would be around $400 million now.
Wow.
So, yeah, that check's
Well,
in the mail.
that interest, that'll get you.
Totally sent out checks. Go home, check your mailbox.
Yeah.
Did you know The Dark Knight was the first Batman movie that didn't have the word Batman in the title?
Interesting. Didn't notice that.
Also didn't have any bats in the movie. First Batman movie without actual bats in it, which is surprising. Now I think back, I'm like, that's what was different.
There was something missing.
Still love The
bat.
Dark Knight. One of the greatest superhero movies of all time. Did you know that hot water freezes faster than cold water?
Nope.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. Growing up in the north, you ever seen the people go outside with the boiling water, whip it in the air, the cold? That's kind of part of it. The hot water is like the part of it. I guess it is called the Mpemba effect. The theory behind it is the molecules in hot water are more stretched out, which allows them to release energy faster and freeze quicker.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And finally, did you know the 1974 movie The Great Gatsby and the 2013 movie The Great Gatsby both won the Oscar for Best Costume Design?
That's awesome.
It is. That is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
That's not a surprise though, because like the ostentatious and all of that stuff. So yeah, pretty sure. I have not seen that. I know DiCaprio's in it, so that's about all I know about that one. Well, either one of them, but
Right.
not seen the Gatsby's. I don't know if that's a big enough one to put on our list.
I don't know. Maybe we just put it towards the bottom, and if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, we start running out. It's like Gatsby.
There you go. Yeah. Both versions.
Thanksgiving's coming up, and I don't like pumpkin pie. If you've listened to us long enough, you know we're not pumpkin people. We're not pumpkin spice people. All of
No
that
pumpkin
stuff.
in this house.
I'm all for apple, cherry, chocolate pie.
But we discriminate against the pumpkin.
Absolutely. So I was really happy to see that a new poll come out, and chocolate pie is starting to overtake pumpkin. At
I
least with
believe
younger
it, because, come on, chocolate pie. Who doesn't like chocolate, and then now you're going to put it in pie form?
Oh, I know it.
You're set.
I know it. My mom makes a killer chocolate pie too. She usually does that. When she cooks for the family, everybody's like, you have to have that, right? Like that's going to be there. So like that's always a thing, which is cool. So yeah, the new poll asked like 10,000 Americans about their favorite pies for Thanksgiving. And of course, the usuals, 30% said pumpkin, 20 said apple, 15 said pecan, and 9% said sweet potato. But pumpkin and pecan were heavily boosted by boomers and Gen X.
I'm not surprised.
The kids are all right. The kids are digging the apple and chocolate pie. So it's a significant fact that chocolate could replace pumpkin within a generation or two.
I'm
And
okay with that.
Round of applause for the kids. Finally they've got something right out there. I love that. Like, goodbye pumpkin pie. Why do we even do that anymore? I just don't get it.
I don't know, but my dad absolutely loves it.
Really?
I remember every Thanksgiving, oh my goodness, we had to have a pumpkin pie for him. He loved that stuff, but also loved the whipped cream more than the actual pumpkin pie.
Right.
Was one of those to stack it up real tall like that, but had to have the pumpkin pie. No, thank you.
In that older generation too, right? So there
Yeah.
you go. Speaking of pumpkin pie, Google Trends put out a list of the standout Thanksgiving pies by state. Pumpkin's number one in a bunch. And, New York, North Dakota, New Mexico, California, New Jersey, then apple, and then like custard style pies and all of that stuff. But I wanted to, just celebrate the kids a little bit because good for them.
First thing they've done right in a generation.
Well, wipe out smoking, wipe out pumpkin pies, go Gen Z. All right, let's do it. We come up with we don't come up with them, but we stumble across the crazy, hey, you could earn money by watching movie jobs.
Yeah.
So I have one I think you might like.
Okay.
Holiday movies. There is a website, or I could tell like my mom, she really loves holiday
I was
movies.
going to say, yeah, because the first thing that came to my mind was way too many Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
And I'm not sitting through hours of, big city girl going back to the small city with her new boyfriend and whatnot.
Well, what was I just watching the other day? Were we watching it? Did I show you something where it was making fun of that? And it's just like,
I don't know. I think everybody's making fun of it because, the storyline's the same in every single one of those movies.
The boyfriend that she leaves in the big city usually doesn't do anything wrong except for being from the big city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How
Which
dare
is
you?
Absolutely crazy.
How dare you not understand where she came from in the farmlands and such?
Yeah, when she didn't even know she understood herself. How about that, right? CableTV.com, $2,500 to watch holiday movies.
That's not bad.
You have until December 3rd to apply. The winning applicant will be named the Chief of Cheer and will be asked to watch 25 movies in 25 days.
Oh, that's not bad. One movie a day?
Yeah, I could probably handle that, right? Oh, and in addition to your prize, you get another $2,500 to donate to the charity of your choice.
Oh, that's cool.
Caribbean Surf Connection.
There we go.
Now, if I win and donate that, that does not count towards our total.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely not. It's got to come from outside sources.
No, you have
All right,
just
so
bought
maybe
yourself into
maybe I don't
jumping
apply
in
at
the
all.
water.
I don't know. Maybe I don't apply to this at all. Anyway, it doesn't say what movies, so I don't know if it is all Hallmarky movies, right?
I would assume there are a bunch of them. But again, one of those a day, I think you'd be okay.
So
You'd be fine.
Hallmark is on the list. It says to make sure you can find enough holiday flicks. So maybe it is of your choice, which in that case would be okay. You
can't watch A Christmas Story for all 25 movies.
A Christmas Story, then A Christmas Story Christmas for sure. You got to go with Super 8 in there. That's one of my new favorite Christmas movies. I love Super 8 on HBO Max, where they're trying to get the Nintendo.
The 8-bit
8-bit Christmas. That is it. What did I call it? Super 8? Yeah, Super
Yeah,
8's a horror movie. Never mind. The 8-bit Christmas. Thank you. I love that one. There's a ton of them that would be, I could probably get to 25 without having to go too Hallmarky.
I think you'll still have to throw a couple in
You
there.
got 3 Santa Clauses, at least 2 Home Alones.
That's all right. You can deal with a Hallmark movie or 2. It'll be fine.
Let me watch Elf 45 times also. It'd be pretty good. Again, it is cabletv.com. You got to apply by December 3rd. And, that's all I can think of. It's like, man, can I get that list of 25 without going Hallmark? All right, here's this one. Do you remember, and I don't know if it was in North Carolina or New Mexico, we were in a Walmart, and I found a $20 bill.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It doesn't matter where it was. So we were in Walmart, and we had just checked out, and as we're walking between the checkout and the exit, there's a $20 bill on the floor. And I picked it up and was like looking around to see
if anybody is looking for possibly dropped money.
Right. And nobody reacted to me picking it up.
Nobody was around.
At all. So I kept it. Now, could you imagine if like a week or so later, somebody called me and said that if I don't give that back, I have like to pay a fine or I get like a misdemeanor?
I'd be like, who the hell are you? And hang up on them.
That's insane, but it's happening in Pennsylvania. Shout out to Pennsylvania for being ridiculous.
Yeah, my favorite state.
Yeah,
Go Pennsylvania. Your roads are just the best, and everybody loves you there. And your sports teams, whew, don't get me started.
That's right. Happy Cowboys Victory Monday, by the way.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, so a woman in Pennsylvania named Brianna is going viral because she says she was charged with disorderly conduct after pocketing an abandoned $20 bill. And this might be a little bit different than the situation where I found it, but it seems very similar, just different state.
Okay.
So she says this was back in September. Her and her sister went to Walmart, obviously, blah, blah, blah. At the checkout, self-checkout, she saw a $20 bill that had been left behind. It doesn't say where, if it was in like the change thing or just laying around somewhere on the floor or what. But she saw the 20 and took it. She said she wasn't following anybody who had just left, and there weren't any employees around. Nobody else was, nearby. So she figured, okay, mine, lucky day.
Yeah.
Cool, $20. That's awesome. She pocketed it, didn't think much of it, but about a week later, she got a call from police. Someone had apparently reported the money missing, and they went so far as to go through all the cameras and find it, find out who she was, track her down. And they told her that in Pennsylvania, if money's left on the ground or anywhere else, it's a crime if you take it without making, quote, a reasonable attempt to find the owner.
I think looking around is a reasonable attempt.
I mean, for real. What am I supposed to... Hey, did anybody drop a $20 bill because somebody else is going to go, yup?
Yeah, that's mine.
For real. How ridiculous is that? So they charge her with a summary offense for disorderly conduct.
Wow.
Which is absurd. She posted an update saying that she got a lawyer to get the charge dismissed, provided she returned the $20, which she did.
That still just sucks when you think about it. Hey, let me go through all this work. I have to hire a lawyer now to get these ridiculous charges dropped, and I don't even get to keep the $20.
And
what the heck?
It says that after, she was contacted by the police, she offered to give up the 20 immediately instead of, having anything go further, but the officer wouldn't let her off the hook.
Wow.
Which is, it's $20 freaking
Yeah.
And if you're dumb enough to leave your money behind.
Yeah, and I understand if it was something like $1,000 or something like that, where it's like a wallet was missing or whatnot, you know. But no, that's not the case. It was a $20 bill that somebody forgot.
This drives me crazy because, like, first of all, I found the 20. We've all found a couple of bucks here and there, right? I'm sure. But like one time long ago, I think I was just out of high school or something like that. Went to the movies with my friends. I had cashed my paycheck afterwards. So I had like the bank envelope in my coat pocket. Went to the movies, left the movies, envelope's gone. Didn't realize till I got home. Called the movie theater. They're like, don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Well,
that is the normal response, to be honest with you.
No, when I call that movie theater back and go, hey, you need to go through your tapes from 20 years ago because I need to find that money.
Listen, you didn't live in Pennsylvania. They're not doing anything for you.
How absolutely absurd. So there you go. That's your fired up, ridiculous story of the week. And pretty good, honestly.
That does make me really angry.
It's really, really stupid.
I'd be so mad. But I feel like that would be like how my luck would go. I would find $20 and now I've got a criminal record over it.
I mean, and then the fact that it can't be like, okay, I'll just give it back and we call it square. No. Now you have to go through the court system and all that. Absurd.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to know, there's got to be more to this story, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I cannot believe that it would just escalate to that so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter that that's a law, the finders keepers thing. That is illegal in Pennsylvania, but like, no, sorry, that's not how the freaking world works. Like,
right. This
absurd.
is a society, and there are certain rules.
This isn't
whether
a sack.
they're laws or not.
It's not a sack with 20 grand in it, like Dennis the Menace or something like that. Like, come on, what is going on here? I've been trying to move off this story for like 5 minutes, but it's just infuriating, right? It's so bad that you just want to start shooting. And that's like a good enough segue. Here we go. It is time for Naomi's Under a Rock review.
Gotta be careful with that.
I know it, right? Of Django Unchained.
I get us censored and canceled and whatnot.
Not really. It's just the movie.
Well, it does fit for the movie, considering it's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
I thought it was fitting for the Tarantino and the violence of Django Unchained. So, without further ado, Naomi's Under a Rock review of Django Unchained.
Do we want to take bets? Because I spelt his name correctly throughout my notes. So how many times do I try to sound out the D in front of his name? Any takers on this? Because it's going to happen.
He tells you in the movie a couple of times.
I know.
The D is silent. To Django.
Yeah, it might happen.
All right, here we go.
Right.
I got a tally going over here.
Okay. So we're in Texas before the Civil War. We meet Django. He's chained to a couple other gentlemen.
Nailed it.
Being marched barefoot in the cold. Which is just horrific. Horrible scene to watch. It made me so cold and uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, Tarantino has a knack for making you feel like, if you think of like Hateful Eight and stuff like that.
Yeah. They come across a dentist who is looking for Django. He wants to buy him, but the two men escorting these chained men say he's not for sale. One threatens the dentist, so the dentist shoots him. Then he shoots the other man's horse, so it falls on him, pinning him to the ground. He then buys Django and tells the other chained men that they can either take their captor to the nearest hospital or kill him, bury him, and begin a new life. It's obvious which one they're going to choose.
Well, way to open a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Another good Tarantino knack. Like, he's got you immediately.
Well, he's got you hooked throughout the entire movie because you really don't know just where each scene is gonna go.
And that's what I want. That's what I'm very excited for, because I remember my first time watching this, and it was just like, first of all, the movie ends 3 different times.
Yeah.
So like that's a lot of fun.
So the fact that you go, okay, well, what's happening now?
Yeah. So I'm excited to hear your discovery throughout.
So we learned that the dentist hasn't been practicing dentistry for a while. He's actually a bounty hunter. He makes a proposition for Django. He needs Django's help finding these brittle brothers. Django knows who they are, what they look like, all this, but the bounty hunter doesn't. So he offers in exchange for helping him identify these guys so that he can obviously kill them and collect the bounty. He's going to give Django $25 per brother, so $75, and his freedom once the job is done. Schultz, the dentist bounty hunter guy, takes Django to a store, tells him, we're going to be playing characters. You know, we're going to be stopping at these plantations, looking for the Brittle brothers. You have to act this part and don't break character. So then he lets Django pick out his character's outfit, which ends up being kind of ridiculous.
What's the first one? Do you remember the first one?
First what?
The first costume that he wears.
The hat that he put on?
No, the cornflower blue getup that he.
Yeah, that he ends up riding into town with. Yes, absolutely. His first, I'm going to say his first and only, outfit for that. Okay.
Love that.
Anyway, so I described the outfit for you here. Reminds me of what the Beast wears in Beauty of the Beast.
Yes.
When he's like normal, like a fancy George Washington in bright blue.
Love it.
Anyway, so they go to the plantation and start their search. While Django is asking one of the women if she knows the Brittle brothers, we get a flashback of Django and his wife, and they're running away from a plantation, and they end up getting caught. She ends up getting whipped while he's watching.
Brutal scene.
Absolutely brutal. It's so sad, and it was honestly hard to watch.
And Kerry Washington, by the way, is amazing in the few scenes she's in, and that one is just like her introduction to her and like all of that. Excellent.
Yeah. Apparently, the Brittle brothers are at this plantation, going under a different name, the Schaefers. But Django recognizes one of them and then asks the women where, the other brothers are. Once she points them out, Django goes after them and shoots them. Just as one of the brothers was actually about to whip a woman for breaking eggs. So I'm glad he took care of that guy.
Breaking eggs.
So now the Brittle brothers are dead. And I'm surprised because I figured, we're going to stop by multiple plantations. I thought this was like the whole point of the movie. We've got like 2 hours left. So what happens now?
Yeah, right. You do come across this solution fairly quickly, right?
Yeah. So then we have the early start of the clan. That first plantation they went to, Big Daddy's and his friend.
Don Johnson.
They planned to ambush Schultz and Django. And they put white bags over their faces. Best part, though, Schultz knew this was going to happen. He knew they were coming. He had a plan. They were nowhere near the wagon, but they had put explosives in it. So when the masked men rode up, Schultz was able to shoot the explosives he planted and blew most of these clan members up.
It was awesome. Excellent scenes.
Big Daddy survived, though, and as he's riding away, Schultz hands Django the gun and lets him make the kill.
I love the scene before that where they're doing they're like rallying themselves, and they are bitching about the holes in the bags and all that stuff. And the one guy's like, "My wife spent all day doing this."
You know what? I'm out of here.
It's such an
Next time you need something, don't come to me and mine.
That's right. It's an awesome way to make the clan just look even shittier.
Yeah. So Django's wife, we learn, is named Broomhilda. And when him and Schultz get talking about her, Schultz tells Django the German story of Broomhilda, who needed to be rescued from a mountain. So now they've decided, because they're such a good team, Django's going to stick with Schultz through the winter, doing some more bounty hunting stuff. Then in the spring, they're both going to go to Greenville to find where Django's wife is, because she was sold, and he's going to go basically try to find her and get her back.
Yeah. Now we have another plot to the movie.
That's right.
Plot number 2.
So they've got this time where they're doing the bounty hunting stuff. In the spring, all right, they're going to make their way to Mississippi. They find his wife has been sold to Calvin Candy, a man who owns one of the biggest plantations in Mississippi, Candyland.
Candyland.
So that's where they're heading, with a plan and playing characters. Because obviously they can't just go in there and ask to buy his wife. It's just not going to work.
That's right. Which is weird because you think it would. But I get the whole...
it.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense, If you go, hey, this is what I want. No, you can't have this.
Right.
Yeah. So they show up at Mr. Candy's estate. There is some fighting going on upstairs. 2 men wrestling to the death as Mr. Candy, Leonardo DiCaprio, and his friends watch and cheer on. Django heads to the bar, and Schultz joins Mr. Candy. Mr. Candy and Django exchange words, and you can tell Mr. Candy is kind of intrigued by him, which is a good thing, and will probably keep him alive longer, honestly. Right. But I like their interactions.
Django and Candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just phenomenal every single time they interact. And Django's got this way about him where he's like, I'm not going to back down.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to speak and be a part of the conversation, especially if you ask me something. I'm not going to hold back or lie to you, you know?
That's awesome. Jamie Foxx is so good in this, too.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
I love the scene where they arrive. Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. Okay, you may have had. Okay, all right, yeah. Shaking around over there. No.
So the next day, they join Mr. Candy's party and they ride to Candyland. As they arrive to the plantation, there's a man who had run off and now he's hiding in a tree. Apparently, he was paid to fight, $500. So Mr. Candy's speaking with him, and the guy doesn't want to fight anymore. And Mr. Candy's angry because he's like, hey, I paid $500 for you, and I expect 5 fights, and you only gave me 3. At this point, you can tell things are really tense. The man's going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reading between the lines here. You know what's going to happen. At this point, Schultz offers to reimburse Mr. Candy for the money.
Just to kill that tension.
Yeah. And Django actually jumps in and says, no, we will not reimburse you for that money. Which you don't expect that happening.
D'Artagnan.
So Mr. Candy has the man killed. They set the dogs on him and he's torn apart and it's awful.
It is.
Schultz can't handle it at all and keeps looking away. So Mr. Candy actually makes a comment about it to Django. And he's just like, Schultz isn't used to seeing that. And, he's kind of like, oh, but you are, and whatever. And
yeah.
He just kind of brushes it off. Like, nope. He hasn't been in America. He hasn't seen this stuff.
Yeah, it sort of like insults him, but also agrees with him at the same time. Like that whole thing that he does the whole way through. It's really cool.
And he's playing the part very well.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's got Mr. Candy even more interested in him.
Oh, right. He's not the valet anymore. He's like the black slaver now, that he's got to be mean and all that stuff. I forgot that he switches that.
So they ride up to the home where they meet Steven, who seems to run the house for Mr. Candy. And they get the guest bedrooms ready for Django and Schultz to stay.
Steven. Samuel L. Jackson at his, I don't know, best? Worst, maybe?
I'm not going to say it's at his best. I don't even know what to call Steven.
I know it, right?
We should just leave it as Steven.
Just Steven.
Just Steven.
Have you seen Sam Jackson as like a bad guy or, I guess, antagonist at all?
Hang on. Yes. Yes. Hang on. You can't put me on the spot like this.
I know it, right? Because now, yes, it's Under a Rock Reviews with Naomi, who doesn't know all the movies, but now guess what? You're on the spot, so silence for...
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to dive into that
we're going to have
a little
to figure
bit
that
there.
out afterwards, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure
Are you
I've
thinking
seen
of Pulp
him.
Fiction?
No.
All right, because I wouldn't say he's necessarily a bad guy there, so okay, cool. No worries.
Either way.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a bad guy somewhere and better than Steven.
As good as.
So Schultz makes a comment to Mr. Candy about the German slave girl and that he would like to speak with her. So Mr. Candy instructs them to make her presentable for Schultz. We find out that they put her in the hot box because she ran off the night before.
Brutal.
At this point, you can see Django get mad. He's reaching for his gun, all of that kind of stuff because that's his wife.
Yeah.
But Mr. Candy instructs them to take her out, get her cleaned up, and bring her to Mr. Schultz. Schultz and Broomhilda talk in German, and he brings out Django, and she faints. Which I'm not surprised. That's a reasonable explanation. They probably thought they would never see each other again.
Yeah, which is crazy sad. But the whole scene is it's almost touching, and then it's hilarious because she just...
Well, he tells her not to scream, and she doesn't. So, she followed the rules. It's fine.
She didn't scream.
Yeah. At dinner, Schultz discusses buying one of Mr. Candy's fighters, but then hints at adding Broomhilda in as well. He uses the excuse of, speaking German with her, and it's so nice to hear his native tongue and all that. At this point, though, Steven notices something is going on.
Yeah.
He notices how Django and Broomhilda kind of look at each other, and he knows that they know each other. So he interrupts their dinner conversation and whispers to Mr. Candy to meet him in the library. There he tells Mr. Candy what he knows, that he knows Broomhilda and Django know each other. They're not there to buy a fighter, but to get the girl, and he believes that they may actually be husband and wife, which They are.
Yep, nailed it.
So Mr. Candy goes back to dinner as if nothing has changed, but kind of changes the subject. Then ends up pulling out a skull of
Gets
a man
real dark.
who used to work for his dad. Yeah. As he's doing this presentation, one of the doors fly open to the dining room, and Mr. Candy yells at Schultz and Django. There we go, Django. To keep their hands on the table, and he knows what's going on here.
But put your palms face down on the turtle shell tabletop, and don't move them from that turtle shell tabletop.
That's exactly how that goes down.
It's such a dingus. It's amazing.
So he basically says, you want her? She's $12,000. That's what they were going to pay for the fighter.
Right.
Or he'll just kill her. So obviously they agree. $12,000 sounds like a plan. That's fine. And they drop some papers. It's tense. You can tell that even though these papers are getting drawn up, it's not going to, there's no way it's going to be this easy. It's
The
not gonna end
tension
that well.
in this movie could just break your back. It's so crazy.
Something's about to go down. And it does. Mr. Candy and Schultz have a little bit of a disagreement. Mr. Candy says in the South, a business deal isn't complete until the two businessmen shake hands. But Schultz doesn't want to shake his hand. And I get it. I wouldn't want to be near him anymore.
Yeah.
The papers are drawn up. We're done. Goodbye.
That's right.
I don't need to get close to you for any reason whatsoever. He just wants to be done at this point. But of course it escalates because he didn't want to shake Mr. Candy's hand. So, Mr. Candy basically is like, hey, the girl doesn't leave until we shake hands.
Yikes.
And if she tries, I will kill her. So Schultz heads towards Mr. Candy, but instead of shaking his hand, he shoots him. And of course, all hell breaks out from
With this
there.
little hidden Derringer thing that's awesome.
Yeah. Everyone is shooting at this point. We've got lots of screaming. And again, it's Quentin Tarantino. So lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of blood everywhere.
Absolute bloodbath.
Yeah. More blood than what's in the human body. Times like 600 all over every single freaking wall. And people just blown to smithereens.
Is this bloodier than Kill Bill, you think?
Well, that's tough.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like it's bloodier than some scenes of Kill Bill, but I don't think you actually get bloodier than Kill Bill
I mean,
there.
that house at the end, though, is just, whew.
It's disgusting. Clean it up.
Clean it up.
All right. Finally, Steven convinces Django to give himself up. Says if he doesn't, they're going to kill Broomhilda. So obviously he's going to give himself up. And we find him hanging upside down, naked, in a barn in the next scene.
Yep. Which, again, you thought the shootout was
the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, he's upside down, naked in a barn. One of Mr. Candy's men
Walton Goggins.
come up to him and is planning on neutering him.
I was going with castrated, but okay.
Either way, same general principle.
Choice of words. Okay.
Steven interrupts him before the deed is done. Whew, good time in there, Steven. The only thing you do right. Steven sits down next to Django, tells him that they decided they're going to sell him to a mining company where he will spend the rest of his days working until he can't work anymore. Then they'll kill him, and that will be his story.
Throw him in a hole.
Yep. As he's being taken to the mining company and he gets talking to the guys that are taking him and the other guys to the mines, he's telling them, hey, I'm a bounty hunter. There's wanted men at Candyland. He even tells them that, you can kill these guys. You can take the bounty, get yourselves $11,500. He shows them the old paper from a different bounty that they've already collected.
Yep.
The gentlemen end up asking, the other guys that were, being brought in a wagon, hey, did that guy show up on his own or did he work at Candyland? So, his story checks out.
Oh, yeah, they totally corroborate his story, which is awesome.
Yeah. So the gentlemen untie him. They give him a horse so that, they can make their way back to Candyland and take the bounty. But before they get anywhere, not even 30 seconds, Django shoots them. Now he's got a horse, some guns, and some dynamite, and he gets to ride back to Candyland to
Blows
save
up
his
Tarantino
girl.
real good, too.
I mean, and it happened so I thought he was going to take the guys with him.
Yeah, right.
And then have the guys believe that some of the people still there are these people who are wanted. Have him do all the dirty work. Why not?
That's right.
But no, he just turns around and just shoots them.
Bang,
Done.
bang, bang.
Yep. See ya.
It's great. And I mean, if you're going to put yourself in your own movie, An explosion like that is an excellent way to send yourself out, too,
Yeah,
right?
there's nothing wrong with that. No. Okay, so most of the Candyland employees, the house workers, they're at the funeral.
And the sister.
So they're walking back up as Django and his wife are reuniting and smooching, and they're taking way too long smooching. I mean, at this point, like, I'm assuming something really bad's going to happen. One of them's going to get shot. You guys have been kissing for like 20 minutes. You need to get going.
I just like the smooching.
Yeah, smooching. I'm really worried about it because, I mean, you know, this movie's not going to have a happy ending. There's no way. It's Quentin Tarantino.
And
like,
the tension.
Yeah. Stop kissing and get running.
That's
or
right.
whatever your plan is. Because apparently it wasn't running. Luckily, neither one gets shot there, though. Or at all. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
As the house workers make their way into the home, which is still covered in blood, and, you know, at this point it's got to reek. Like,
Oh, yeah.
in the hot Mississippi sun all day, roasting,
Oh, yeah.
blood splattered everywhere, bodies still lying around the house.
Were the bodies still there?
I'm pretty sure.
Because I know they dragged Schultz out, so I thought
Well.
maybe they emptied the house.
Even if they did, I mean, there's some organ meat that's going to be left. You know it. They didn't get to the walls. They didn't get to the floor either.
Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah.
All right. So they make their way into the home, covered in blood, all that. Django's upstairs, and he's here to end all of this. He shoots Mr. Candy's sister, and she goes flying in almost like a cartoonish way,
It's just
way
awesome.
off the screen.
He tells the girls to say goodbye to her, and they're like, huh? Say goodbye to her.
And they say goodbye.
Bang.
Goodbye, Miss Laura, and she's gone. He ends up shooting Steven in the kneecaps. And as he's walking out the door, he lights the fuse to set off the dynamite he's placed to blow up the whole godforsaken home. And then him and his wife ride off on horseback to live happily ever after.
Hell yeah.
They actually got away. I was worried about it.
You
That
didn't
smooching,
see that coming.
well, the smooching took too long.
The
I figured
smooching.
they were wasting valuable time.
You reminded me of the movie that's within Home Alone. Like,
No.
It's actually in the second one, but he said something about, I saw you smooching with, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's all I can think of now. Thank you. Now we got to watch Home Alone. But anyway, excellent review. So, they didn't say Django Unchained in the movie.
No, but I got it in the first line of the review, so it's fine.
That's okay.
I helped him out there.
He was still chained. And then, anyway, did you like it?
I did like it.
As usual, our movie reviews are followed up by a bunch of questions to dig a little bit deeper into Naomi's thoughts on the movie. So I'm glad you liked it, really, because I know sometimes the bloodiness is just cringe as hell, and that gets you.
I will say, blood and gore in certain movies are just too much for me to handle.
Right.
But Quentin Tarantino, where it's so over the top, really kind of helps with that. I mean, there were still some moments where, like, somebody would get hit with a bullet and it would, like, the sound effects and it was just a little much. But because there was so much, it was like, okay, this is like Kool-Aid being splattered. It's fine.
I'm not positive, but I think that's kind of his goal was to go so over the top with it that it's not, horrible.
Yeah.
Something like, I could be wrong about that, but anyway, so good. I'm really glad you like it. Do you have a favorite quote or line from the movie?
I wouldn't be able to say any of them because so many inappropriate words were dropped in every single sentence of this movie, which was a little hard to deal with.
I might like myself, don't take your hands off the turtle shell tabletop. And he kills Kelvin Candy, by the way. He just absolutely crushed that part.
He really did. He did that very well. Played it so well that I hated him.
Yeah.
I thought he was just such a terrible person. I was waiting for him to die.
Love DiCaprio with that. And that's, I think, like one of his first ever bad guys, too, which is awesome. Was there a line or anything you've already heard from the movie that you liked? This isn't one of these quotable movies that people have been quoting forever.
Yeah,
and
I
ever,
was going to say,
like
not that I
Ghostbusters or
know
something.
of. I don't think so.
Okay, well, I just had to check. Do you have a favorite character?
Well, I really liked Schultz
Yeah.
till he got killed.
he knows it's coming, too, and he just like, I couldn't help myself. Bang! All done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. King Schultz is probably up there. I mean, Django himself is an excellent character. If you are going by acting, you've got DiCaprio, which was great. Don Johnson's awesome in A Big Daddy because he's just like so surprised, and he does that really well, and that whole thing. Cringe level. So it's not an old movie to make you cringe, but
yeah, but there are some certain words that are used over and over and over and over and over again that will make you kind of cringe a little bit.
I
that
do
you're like,
believe
"Ugh."
that it's a record for like the use of the N-word in that movie.
I
which is,
believe it because I don't think I've ever heard that so many times.
And I was
in
telling
one moment.
Naomi the story is, DiCaprio signed on and all that. And they're at like a table read or something, and he was like, "Guys, I'm really uncomfortable saying that all the time." And Sam Jackson looked at him and said, "This is just Tuesday for us." Like, so this is a crazy story. Also, I did tell Naomi the story about when DiCaprio breaks the glass in the scene with Kerry Washington, and they're in that dining room and all of that. So Naomi knows that that was his real blood. Another situation
Yes.
where I should have taken a picture of your reaction, honestly.
Yes, especially on her face. Like that was a lot. Okay, I don't mean to get off topic here, but I have to say it because I did look it up. I was like, when was Samuel L. Jackson an evil character? Kingsman.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Yes.
God. I don't even count that one kind of because that's so out there
Because
and ridiculous.
That and because he doesn't drop like the F-bomb 800 times
yeah.
as that character,
I forget.
maybe. But I do remember I knew him as a bad guy, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, yes.
Awesome. Well, also on our list is another Tarantino classic, Jackie Brown, where he does not play, let's say, the hero.
Okay.
How about that? So that is coming up down the road.
Is he another Steven?
No, he's a gangster. It's great. I love Jackie Brown myself. I've been saving that one, so all of that.
I'm sorry I interrupted that,
No,
but
that's okay.
I had to say
I
it.
had to see. So I left off with the cringe level. Do you have a number? Is it up there because of the slur?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is up there because of that.
It's
Because it is, and like to the point where it was like, I honestly was scared that like I was gonna like show up in my notes or something. You know when you hear something so many times that you start saying something?
Yeah.
I
Not that.
I was getting anxiety that was gonna happen. I really was. So that caused it
No
to go
repeatable
even higher.
lines out of this movie.
Yeah,
At
no,
least from
please,
Luke and
no.
Naomi, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
So I would put it at like 7.2.
Okay.
Just for that. The rest of the actual movie, no, not cringe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Let's see here. What did you know about Django going in?
Not really anything.
No, really.
No.
Did you know any of the actors, characters? Nothing?
No.
Did you know it was a Western?
So I thought it was.
Just thought.
Yeah. But I honestly didn't know like anything about it. The only thing that I knew going into it was there's a scene from The Office, and I forget who says that they're not okay with the use of the N-word in that movie.
It was Bob Odenkirk
Yes,
when Pam's
that's what it
interviewing in
was.
Philadelphia.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So I knew that was going to come up a lot.
Excellent. Nice pull.
And that's about it.
All right.
Honestly, like I didn't know Leo was in this.
Really?
I assumed Samuel L. Jackson. I didn't realize that Jamie Foxx was the main character.
No kidding.
I had no idea.
All right. That's why we do it. So what were your thoughts going in then, not knowing anything about it?
Well, I thought, okay, kind of Western. It's Quentin Tarantino, so we're going to get some shots and some blood.
Yeah. You knew there'd be gunfights then.
Yeah, and that was about it. I had no idea the slavery connection to the movie or any of that
Pre-Civil
stuff.
War.
So, yeah, I was pretty blind going into this one.
All right. So that kind of answers the next. What surprised you is the next question.
The entire movie.
The whole
Besides
thing.
the blood?
Yeah. Well, I'm still going back to your favorite line. Just anything King Schultz says.
Yeah.
That's just, he's so good. And, I loved that about this one is he brought us Christoph Waltz as the horrible Hans Landa in Inglourious Bastards. And
Yeah.
then brings him back as the good guy, which is just so cool to see him, use that as a good guy. I love, absolutely love. What would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger? But I think it came out in 2010. So then
I don't think I'd pay much attention to the story. And then it's Quentin Tarantino, so I probably would have be here for any of the blood, even if it is cartoonish. So I definitely think I like it more now.
Absolutely. Okay, right on. What is your favorite part?
Favorite part? That's tough. I would say a lot of Jamie Foxx's and Leo's interactions.
Yeah, okay.
Because again, he's playing this character so well. That's playing a character.
Yeah, right.
That I can't wrap my head around it. You know, a couple of times we see him reach for the gun when they're, you know, mistreating his wife and all of that, but his face is, he almost has that poker face.
Yeah.
You know? So he's playing this character in the movie so well. But it's just good. I enjoyed all those interactions.
That is the two unyielding characters coming together. That is.
And then some of the stuff that he says, and I'm just like, how can you say those things?
What was your
You just saw a person get ripped to shreds. What the heck?
Then we're having white cake in the parlor. What is your least favorite part?
Well, there's quite a few. But the scene where he's upside down naked and they're about to do the thing that they're about to do, like, was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not like that. And then at one point they have the camera angle, like, between his legs and, like, just, like, the bottom part of his butt cheek, and the other guy is, like, you can see his face between his legs. It's just weird. Did not like that. Very artsy-fartsy, but no thank you.
Would you recommend it to someone? I'm not even going to touch that. To someone else who hasn't seen it.
Probably. Would depend on the person, though.
Yeah.
There's a couple people in the back of my head I'd be like, nah, nope, you're not going to like this. You won't pay attention to the story. You'll get distracted by everything else. Nope.
Okay. Is this watch it again? Sorry. Watch it again?
Oh, yeah, I think I'd watch it again.
Is it a stop and watch if it's on TV movie, or do you have to watch it all the way?
Well, I do like Schultz a lot. That, like, I could probably stop and watch it if it's on TV, but only, like, through, like, the next scene, you know? Okay, let Schultz talk. Okay, I'm going to go do something else now.
All right. And are you happy you watched it?
Yes.
I would ask, does it hold up? That's one of the things, because usually we're watching 80s or early 90s movies.
Right.
This is 2010, so I'm pretty sure you're going to say, yes, it held up. So awesome. Excellent review of Django Unchained. Not surprised that you liked it, because I figured you would like it. I mean, it's a solid, entertaining as hell movie.
Yeah.
And then again, the acting in it just...
It's phenomenal.
And all of them. I mean, Sam Jackson, you know, just all of them are so good. Kerry Washington, like I said earlier, the couple of scenes she's in, she just destroys. Like, even when she's fainting and not saying a word, she's
right.
so good in that. So I'm glad you liked it. That is cool. Excellent review of Django Unchained.
You know what time it is.
Excellent transition. Say it.
It's time for Thought of the Day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day. Django.
I didn't think I'd have to say it. I was like, it's just that
No,
time.
I'm making you say it. Otherwise,
Nah.
I don't have to sing.
Otherwise, you don't have to sing it. Is that how that works? I
Also-
say Thought of the Day, then you have to sing it?
Also, proud of my restraint. That's the first Django I dropped for the whole thing, because
I am a little proud of you there.
all I could think anytime I hear or think his name or you said it was just Django.
Of course. All right. The number of zombies found in an office is probably indirectly proportional to how generous that company was with their sick leave.
Wow.
Think about that.
Wow.
Luke, you going to leave us with a laugh?
I'm still wrapping my head around that. Like, what zombie movies making fun of a corporation by having just a building full of zombies, you know?
Because nobody could leave because
Yeah.
of sick days? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can think of a handful.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. All right, I'm going to do my best here. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm writing a book on reverse psychology. Don't buy it.
I won't.
Let's see here. I don't suffer from insanity. I enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, that one's dumb.
I'm on a whiskey diet. I've lost 3 days already.
There you go.
That one I like. That one I'm happy with. Proud of that one. All right. Don't forget to check us out, Luke and Naomi on air on Facebook And YouTube, if you're not following us yet, if you're subscribing to YouTube, you'll get an alert as soon as we post this episode. So if you are subscribed, you got that alert.
That's right.
And check out the website, of course, lukeandnaomi.com for all of your Luke and Naomi needs, including the info on the Caribbean Surf Connection and the Not So Polar Plunge and everything else we got going on. Also, Thanksgiving is coming up. If you're looking for the perfect pairings for your Thanksgiving dinner, check out Sips and Snacks. We got 3 different options for you up there.
Yep.
All turkey chongas, but that works for Thanksgiving dinner.
It's the same thing.
That's right. So that's 3 different beers, 3 different wines if you check out all 3 videos.
There you go.
How about that? All right. Until next time, until episode 125, our 100th review episode. Have some fun and be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.